as coach in the NFL. Fitting it was against his first team, the Colts. Although back then they were in Baltimore. Here we go. Roll it from the Hoosier Dome. Dolphins led it 17-10 after 3. Jeff George was the third quarterback. Watch Jack Trudeau to the rookie Sean Dawkins. Touchdown. Tied at 17 in the fourth. The Colts kick a field goal to lead it 20-17. 3 minutes to go in the game. Irving Fryer. Then Terry Kirby on the receiving end of the pass from Dan Marino. And then down to the 1-yard line. Marino rolls right. Still can move. Fires. Touchdown tight end Greg Beatty. Marino struggled much of the game. But in the last drive, he was superlative. The only drive they had over 65 yards all day long was the winner that went 80. And Miami beats Indianapolis 24-20. Marino 22 of 40 for 236 yards. The Colts, a valiant effort. Empman and company excellent on defense. But in the end, it was Miami who got the win, and Indianapolis who fell in the opening day loss. All right, Tommy, let's quickly analyze the Dolphins.
Where they were today. The Lions with a revamped offensive line for, of course, Barry Sanders in the first. Got some great blocking. Sanders, a huge hole on the left side. He takes it 26 yards for the score. Lions on top, 7-0. Late in the first, Chris Miller's pass is tipped by Mike Pritchard, and George Jameson takes it in, barely untouched. 35-yard interception return, 14-0 Detroit. Second quarter, Rodney Peete finds Herman Moore for the touchdown. Lions go on to win with ease, 30-13. Rodney Peete completed 11 of 20 for 178 yards. Miller hit 26 of 50 for 260 and 2 INTs. The Falcons have lost 5 straight to the Lions. All right, how about the Battle of Ohio? The first time the Bengals and the Browns have met on opening day since 1977, and Bill Belichick's defense put on a clinic today. Fourth quarter, David Klinger gets sacked by Everson Walls. Stephen Moore picks up the fumble and goes 22 yards for the touchdown. Browns up 27-14. Bengals, though, go on with your bad self. Knocking on the door in the fourth. First and goal, the one, Derek Finner, stuffed. Second and goal, Finner denied again. Third down, and again, Finner going nowhere. Then in the fourth, David Klingler muffs the snap. Thank you, Boomer. David Shula, a bit disappointed, as you might imagine. The Browns win by a final of 27-14. The Browns defense sacked David Klingler 6 times, forced 2 fumbles, and intercepted 2 passes. Boomer?
I mean, basically, the Bengals at the goal line. That's kind of the catch. And what a moment at the Meadowlands. Dennis Byrd, the standing ovation. This is the best moment that we've seen on opening day by far. Fans cheer him on. They were trying to cheer on guys like Ronnie Lott on the defense, burying Rod Bernstein. Look at Lott. And he's fired up. But I'll tell you who the Broncos have. Second-round pick from Stanford, Glenn Milburn. He catches, he runs. He's a faster Steve Sewell, Tommy, before he's finally put down by Eric Thomas. Speaking of the rookie, Glenn Milburn from Stanford. John Elway, 11 years ago, the Cardinal, was drafted from them. And Jim Fossil, Jim Prehistoric Fossil, the new offensive coordinator for the Broncos. And he, of course, helped recruit Elway to Stanford years ago. Elway to Milburn. Then Elway to Milburn. Makes the moves. And look at it, dart in the end zone for a touchdown. 25 yards, 20-6. Elway and the Bronx. Jets defensive coordinator Pete Carroll trying to rally the troops. Bruce Goslin's club needs a big season from Boomer Esiason. Boomer to Rob Moore. What a combination that was. DS-49 knocks him out of bounds. Boomer's drive of the Jets, less than a second of the third quarter. The bomb to Rob Moore. Oh, let me tell you about Chalad Dimri. He gets beat on the play. Wade Phillips worried. Start of the fourth. It's a 26-6 Denver lead, but not for long. Fourth and goal. Blair Thomas. Away. Just stay. He got both feet in, but the problem was he needed to get in the end zone. He didn't do it, and Denver takes over on down. Jets get another shot. First and goal. 10:37 to go in the game. Johnny's Mitchell. Tight end wearing the old number of Jerome Bockham. Number 83. It's 26-13. Broncos defensive coordinator Charlie Waters worried because Rob Moore catches a touchdown, and the Jets are within 26-20. You know what's coming. Onside kick bounces into the hands of Rod Bernstein. So maybe not as running back today, but a big free agent pickup pays off recovering the onside kick. And the Broncos, Wade Phillips, congratulations, first win as a head coach. The Broncos beat the Jets 26-20. Elway had 269 passing. Boomer Esiason had 371 yards passing, 9 to Rob Moore. But the Broncos get the big lead and win on the road. Winning on the road, big news for the Broncos. When we return against the LA Rams, Reggie gets a little lost trying to follow Cleveland Gary on this play. Reggie didn't get a sack today. Wrapped up Jim Everett. Everett just got the pass away. Did you know that Reggie's presence in there made Everett think about number 92?
Yeah, Reggie White seemed to be a little bit winded on today.
Some good special teams play. Tim Hawk makes the hustle. And boy, coaches love to see this dive and down at the what? Even on the infield skin. Next play, Cleveland Gary. Gang tackle by Brian Noble and a host of other Packers. That's an emphatic safety. Don Bracken with the free kick, Tommy.
Yeah, you watch Steve Israel here. No one blocks him. He recovers the football. Rams get an accidental onside kick. That led to a Rams field goal.
You couldn't even practice. That's right, headache number 23 for Mike Holmgren. Tim Hawk, though, remember the name. He makes the hit with Terrell Buckley. Meanwhile, Brett Favre at the helm. What a year he had last year looking for Sterling Sharp. What a year he's having this year looking for Sterling Sharp. It's a touchdown despite Terrell and Light with the double coverage. 9-2 Packers. Boy, they're really hitting home runs. Favre finds the tight end Jackie Harris. 26 yards. To Harris for 20 more. Then they gave him a number in the 80s. He's going to pay off. Mark Clayton wearing his old 83, but now a Packer touchdown, 19-6 Green Bay. Favre, 264 yards passing and a pair of TDs. In the second half, Brett Favre-Nugan back to work. He's driving the pack. Sterling Sharp, bucket of pep between receivers. They go for 26 yards. They couldn't contain Sharp today, Tommy.
Yeah, you watch Todd Light here. He knows he's beaten. He tackles Sharp to keep him from catching the touchdown, and Sharp likes the call.
This sets up a 1-yard plunge by Edgar Bennett. He had a pair of TDs. The Pack controlling the ball in the second half. It just was not the day for Jim Everett and company. They tried it in the winter last year in December up here at Green Bay, but now that it's warmer, they couldn't hold on. Travis McNeil bobbles it into the hands of Leroy Butler. Sweater weather already in Green Bay and Milwaukee. Tell you what, the Pack came out and blasted Indianapolis in their last preseason game after going 0-4. That was the signal. Now they did it for real. Get off their backs. Here they come. Pack 36, the Rams 6. I've shown you about half the game. Joe Gone, who's minding the store in San Francisco. They're in Pittsburgh today. Question about Steve Young's thumb earlier in the week. Steve, I got you, babe. Bono sidelined with a shoulder injury. Would it be Bill Musgrave? Would Elvis return to the building? No. It's Steve Young. He got the start. He said all along he'd be ready in August. The thumb wouldn't bother him for opening day, and he was right. Look at him find the touch pass, right? Brent Jones down the middle, 28 yards. 3 plays later. Young to Jerry Rice. 5-yard touchdown. 104 touchdown catches for Jerry, 10-0 Niners. Second quarter, 49ers pour it on. Rice in motion. Young, despite the rush, feels it, and look at Rice. Deep past D.J. Johnson. Touchdown, 17-0 San Francisco. The Steelers quarterback situation, Neil O'Donnell, elbow injury kept him on the sidelines. Bubby, no, he's gone to Philly. So they go to Mike Tomczak. Tomczak struggled today in relief of O'Donnell. Second pass of the game. Chip, then picked off by Michael Magruder. And Tomczak had problems today.
This is the thing that the Pittsburgh coaches were worried about. This is a nice pass, a nice tight spiral, Chris. Good throw, if you don't count the 5 San Francisco defenders in the area.
And Martin Harrison was the first one to tip the ball. Then Tomczak couldn't balance. He fell over center Dermontti Dawson. Bill Cowher's team down 17-3 at the half. Second half, though, Neil O'Donnell comes in trying to knock some sense into the Steelers. Tomczak, well, that's the baseball cap. Little flare pass. Leroy Thompson carries the ball, good lugging the ball down inside the 10-yard line. And then Barry Foster, he can see.
And Barry Foster shows great vision here, sees the hole inside, makes a nice cut, and he's awfully powerful as he bulldozes into the end zone.
17-13. Young on the run, but it's picked off by Rod Woodson. A nice play. Watch this, he's not done. The pitch to D.J. Johnson, and here comes the fun. Oh, let me get a block. Oh, let me go. I better. Oh, Nelly got hit a little late with a headbutt. And oh, they're really getting it on down there. Ricky Waters has the lead. So still 17-13, early fourth quarter. Big play. Kevin Green. With the whistle blown, didn't hear it, throws Young down. But, Tommy, what happened here?
Well, you look here at right guard Harry Boatswain in the shadow. He moved before Kevin Green came in to pummel Young. Call should have gone the other way, but it didn't.
And the next play, Steelers paid for it. Young to Brent Jones, touchdown. Bill Cowher not very pleased with the whole affair. And the 49ers went on to beat the Steelers. I mean, a nice comeback in the second half, but by Steve Young, the 49ers had 17 points at the half. Joe Montana and the Chiefs had 17 points at the half. They both looked very good. They both threw touchdown passes. They both won. San Francisco wins on the road to Pittsburgh, 24-13. We had a couple of things to go over here, Tommy. First of all, Raiders and the Vikes. Look at the Haas on 3rd and 9. Hits Tim Brown between 3 defenders, and the Raiders lead at 7-0. Haas and Tim Brown were brilliant. Tim Brown also had a 71-yard punt return, called back. What did the Haas do today? 23 of 27 for 225 yards. You saw the touchdown. He rushed the ball for 34 yards. Boy, talk about new quarterbacks and new surroundings. A lot of them came up big. Again, because we were short and couldn't show you as much of the game as we want. So we didn't have a chance to see Jimmy Mack. He's in a tough situation there, isn't he, Tony?
Well, Jim McMahon struggled today, and I think he may struggle further as the season goes on. You're talking about a team that went and got a quarterback who has played exactly half of the games that he's been available for, so he's injury-prone, and then they gave away 3/5 of his offensive line. You go figure that.
Yeah, and they start a loser 24-7. By the way, Art Shell's Raiders, including playoffs in the Mausoleum, 24-8. They're pretty good when they play at home. Yeah. Cardinals going to the Eagles, and speaking of at home, home hasn't been great for the Eagles against the Cards, Rob.
It has not, but no doubt a number of programs were sold for this one at the Vet. Plenty of old faces and new places for this one, with the new look Eagles leading the way, and Rich Kotite hoping for the Eagles to come up with the same old results on opening day, with a ghost of Reggie White hang over Veterans Stadium, where the Eagles were undefeated last year. Not if Randall Cunningham has anything to say with it. Second drive of the game, he hits Mark Bavaro for 10 yards, then hits Calvin Williams for 7, and Fred Barnett for 13. A lot of quick, short passes, TJ.
Yeah, you notice the fact that they're trying to control Randall a little more and keep him in the pocket a little more.
Can't contain Heath Sherman. He goes over the top. Eagles up 7-0. Cunningham 5 for 5 in the drive, 87-yard touchdown drive, and Rich Kotite likes what he sees early. Joe Bugle, 13-35 in 3 seasons with the Cards. He was told to win by owner Bill Bidwell. Steve Berline overthrows Gary Clark, and Berline underthrows Clark. Berline 7 of 19 for 93 yards in the day. Clark dropped 4 passes also. And the second, Eagles ball after an interception by William Thomas, and Cunningham takes it in himself. 4,000 career yards rushing, 14-0 Eagles. Newly signed Garrison Hurst didn't play in the first quarter. He was ineffective. He only carried the ball 7 times for 3 yards on the day. That's it for Garrison Hurst. He'll get better. Big play at the end of the first half. Herschel appears to fumble, and Phoenix appears to recover for the apparent touchdown. I say apparent because the official ruling was down by contact, TJ.
Yeah, you watch the replay there. It's clearly a fumble.
Yeah.
Score should have been 14-10, and instead remains 14-3.
Big difference. Chris Chandler in for the Cards in the second half, gets the Cards rolling with a 27-yard touchdown toss to Larry Centers. Cards within 6. But in the fourth, Chandler goes down, re-injuring his ankle on this play. And he would have to be taken out off the card. Late in the fourth, 23-10 Eagles. Cards would not give up. Lorenzo Lynch strips the ball from Von Hebron and goes 55 yards for the score, 23-17 Eagles. Then just under 3 minutes left. Third down for the Eagles. This is a key play. Randall goes for the first down. He gets enough, and the Eagles would simply run the clock out from there. They win it by a final of 23-17. Rich Kotite now 3-0 in season openers. The Eagles extended their home winning streak to 10 games, dating back to the final home game of the 91 season. I know you can't wait to see about the Bears and the Giants. 2 new coaches in that one, Dave Wannstedt and Dan Reeves. And when prime time rolls on, Boomer.
John Connie, Sheila McCray. Good night, Seahawks. Connie with 6 field goals. But that was all the offense that the Chargers could muster against the Seahawks. Rick Meyer, would he be the answer to the lowest scoring team in the NFL? Oh, he tries to get it in. Bryant Blades can't quite get it in the end zone. Bert Grossman recovers the fumble. Oh, the Seahawks. Joe Nash got the only touchdown of the game. The problem, he's the nose tackle. They also got a safety and a field goal. Seattle's defense was great. Didn't allow it. Neither defense allowed a touchdown. Perhaps 2 of the best defenses, maybe the 2 best in football. San Diego beats Seattle 18-12. Sorry, Dallas. Sorry, some others, but these are very good. Meanwhile, Giants at the bat. 9-7 Giants in the third quarter. Sean Landetta, boy, he hates punting at Soldier Field, doesn't he? Oh, no! It's not the win, but it's Myron Baker. He scores with a block, 14-9, the Bears. 17-9 Bears lead. Phil Simms to Hampton. Oh, it's razzle-dazzle. Mark Jackson makes the catch downfield, and the next tee plunge into the end zone. You got to be kidding. 17-16 Bears. Now 2019 Bears. Under 2 minutes to go. Simms. Pass interference called. Anthony Blaylock on Jackson in the end zone. Simms the play fake. Dumps at Gerard Bunch. And in crunch time, Simms comes big. LT made a big defensive play to seal it. The Giants beat Chicago 26-20. LT was impressive. Simms good, and I have a feeling he's going to really like Mark Jackson, Tommy, as time goes on.
Well, Mark Jackson, the key to his...
And there's only one 100-yard rusher. And, you know, it's going to be one of the great ones, and that's who it is. Emmett's not playing. Barry was close. Thermal got it. He had 114 yards. Oh, by the way, the Bills won.